Hey, what's up? We're NiftyThrifties. We're a resale couple from the Portland, Oregon area, and we are back at the bins today again. And this is going to be a little bit more of a special video because we have some fun ideas for today's haul slash video.
So we are doing a challenge where we're each gonna pick the craziest item that we can find for the other one to list, and whoever can sell their item for the most wins.
Yeah. So we have to think about it because we don't want to. We want to get something that we think will actually sell, possibly.
Yeah, it can't be dirty underwear or something like that.
Yeah, nothing. We don't want to do anything gross.
Yeah.
But we'll try to find the weirdest thing that we can find that we think will still sell for something, and we'll see. We'll see if we can actually sell it and for how much.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. We're also doing shopping for ourselves. We've got a wish list. I call it the I Spy list. And we've got it for our friends and for us.
We'll try
shopping
to,
day.
Yeah, we're doing some bins, I Spy, and fun stuff. And we'll try to film in there a bit. It is Saturday, so it might just be absolutely crazy. Mm-hmm. And we like to, if we're filming, we try to be courteous to people because, sometimes people get weird about if you're filming and stuff. But we'll see what we can do because we don't have any fancy hidden cameras or GoPros or anything. It's just our phones at this point. So, yeah. But let's head on in there and see about it. And we'll talk to you soon. All right, so here we go. Into the outlet store. It did actually end up being pretty crowded that day. As we said, it was a Saturday. But not too overwhelming this time. I think right off the bat, I always will go straight over to the games and DVD section, and there happened to be a bunch of games in that bin, so I picked a bunch of them up to check out. And after kind of looking through comps for all these, none of these were really worth our time, and so I ended up putting them all back. Then I was digging through one of the movie bins, and I happened to come across this VHS box set for this band DC Talk from the early 90s, which I love. There's been more than one occasion where I've jammed out to DC Talk on the way to the bins. Tori found some interesting stuff, a few graphic tees, but as far as clothing goes, it wasn't super great at the beginning. I found these shoes in a random book bin, Rocket Dog, so I threw them in the cart, and upon looking up comps, realized they weren't actually worth that much, so I ended up putting them back. Found this. It was a Pendleton blanket, and I was super excited to find this because Pendleton blankets usually sell for a lot. But later on, you'll see we found that it was pretty shredded and torn, but we still ended up getting it anyways because we are pretty sure we could get $30 for it. Still in that flawed condition. Did find a Dutch Bros hat. Dutch Bros stuff, as we've said before, can sell for a lot. However, that hat was in pretty bad condition, it had been sat on. So we ended up throwing it back. This is what I decided to get for Tori to try and sell for a challenge, and it's a guy on a buffalo shirt, which we talk about more later in this video, but I thought it was really funny. And then once we got home, took everything inside, and Smokey, of course, was being himself. Hi, Smokey. Meow. Yeah. Are you upset that we left? So that was our trip. Let's get into the haul portion of this video. Okay, we're back again in the resale room. It's a different day, obviously. We have different clothes on.
Right.
Yeah, so now we're going to do the haul part.
Gift exchange as well.
Yes, so we got to show you what we found for each other.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Sell. Yes. I'll go first. Yeah, so we'll reveal what we found for each other to try to sell. Then we'll reveal the stuff that we actually found from our list of things that we were trying to find. Mm-hmm. And then we'll show you guys just what we found to resell at this haul. Mm-hmm. At this haul.
At this haul.
At this bin.
At this time.
Anyways, so this is what I found for Tori to sell. And it's a guy in a buffalo t-shirt. And I thought this was really funny and quirky. This came from an old YouTube video.
Guy on a buffalo.
Guy
Guess
on a
what?
buffalo.
I'm on a buffalo.
A guy on a buffalo. Look out.
So this is a
Possum
huge, this is a 2XL shirt. And I think she'll be able to find somebody that wants it. The Possum Posse, is that the YouTube channel that made this? I'll throw a little clip of that up in this video so you can see what I'm talking about.
Buffalo. I don't know if I've even seen that.
It was stupid. I think they like used footage from an old 70s movie about a guy that rides a buffalo. Oh, my hair's smoky.
Man, smoky already. Should we let him in?
Yeah. Here he comes. Smoky on a buffalo. Here he comes. Coming around town. Are you gonna behave yourself today?
Should we put his bed like right there or something?
I don't know. He wants to be right in the thick of it.
It's the three of us.
So yeah, guy in a buffalo shirt. It's got a nice stain on the back. It's like a crap stain or
Oh,
something.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, that's
So
great.
You get to try to sell.
I'm sure I will get a lot for that. Thank you. Thank you. I'll put
So
that
the
over
challenge,
there.
is to see, is it who sells it first or who sells it for the most?
For the most.
But honestly, if it even sells, I'd be surprised. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So thanks for that.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Aww.
Are you needing attention right now while we're trying to film?
He's the mastermind behind all of this. He tells us what to buy. He sends us out. And then he makes us report back. So that's why we're doing this. Please save us. No. Okay. And we will wash all this stuff and clean it, but we haven't yet. Thank God. Because
We don't let them like lay on it and stuff,
Yeah.
but like, you know, cats just in an area will kind of shed hair and stuff.
Yeah. You ready for your
Yes.
your gift of what you have to prep and sell and photograph?
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Some fine leather chaps.
Just straight up
Some vintage
cowboy chaps.
Leather.
Oh my gosh. Those smell amazing.
Cowboy chaps.
That is like some real. That is some real leather. Man, that smells really good. Like aged.
You're like,
leather.
I'm just gonna keep this.
Yeah, I would wear these for myself.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Alright. I think you'll be surprised. I think that,
You're definitely gonna win.
I think that these will sell better than you think.
No, for sure.
There's a little wear mark there, but man, are these vintage or are they just like...
I don't know.
There's no branding on these at all. So
I mean, they seem
they're
vintage.
probably-
They smell vintage.
they're probably homemade.
They smell pretty vintage.
Cool.
But yeah, they
Alright.
look homemade. There's like pen marks on like cutting, like where they were supposed to cut and different things. So,
Cool.
yep. Let's see
Alright.
what you can do with that. I picked this up because I'm like, you are gonna do the cleaning and the
Challenge
photographing.
accepted. Alright.
huzzah. You're gonna win. You're gonna win.
Cool.
All right. Awesome. So we had a list of what we wanted to find, which we just went over with you, and we were able to find some things. We weren't able to find everything, but we did find us some curtains.
Yes, and they're blackout curtains.
Yeah. So that's exactly what we were looking for. And we'll just clean these up and use them. Target was asking $50 for something like this. And so we were like, well, maybe we can just find them at the bins.
Yeah.
And we did. They're in good condition.
Pro
So that
tip.
was a win.
Pro tip, if you're gonna go buy curtains from a store like Target or something, usually you look at the prices and you're like, oh, like $20 for a pair of curtains, that's not bad. But then you get home and you realize that there's only one curtain in that $25 or $20 package.
Yes.
So you have to buy two different ones of those. And it ends up being $50.
Yeah. So we were happy to find these for like
And
$5 maybe.
yeah, I think that's one of the great scams of our time.
Just curtains.
Is
Oh yeah, like what is that?
Store curtains.
Like I understand there's capitalism and like that's just a part of business, but That's really confusing.
Yeah.
Like, just one curtain. Like, who's going to want one curtain? I don't know.
That I've fallen for that twice now.
Really?
Yeah,
Twice?
because the curtains in my office room,
Oh,
too.
yeah, because didn't you order them from, like, Amazon?
No, I bought one from Target thinking it was a pair, and it was not a pair.
Target, I love you, but stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Those ones were cheaper, though, so it wasn't as devastating.
Devastating. I got some things. This is a Liz Claiborne wool vest. And I tried it on at the bins. I was like, this is kind of cool. I'm going to get it. And yeah, it's like, it's not really summery, but I wanted it.
You got some pilling.
I know.
But you can get that off.
Yeah, I can deal with that. And comps for that surprised me. They were actually like, I sold a comp. I saw a comp for like $20 on that. So if I don't like it, I could, get something for that. Another thing for myself or for consignment, if I don't like it, is like the consignment shop is just this Old Navy, these boyfriend shorts. I have so many shorts.
Do you think that
I just don't know about them.
consignment will take Old Navy?
Yeah. Yeah, consignment shops, they may not price Old Navy or, regular brands very high, but they are looking for things that are in season and that customers will buy. So I have had my stuff with them for a few weeks now, and the most I've gotten for an item, which it's not a lot, but they price up their Free People and Anthropology, and everything else. I mean, I took in a lot of tops, so I wasn't seeing I'm not seeing high payouts on those, but it still helps me get my money back if we got it at the bins. If I got it for free and just didn't want it, it helps me get some money. And yeah. This is just a no-name brand, I'm pretty sure, but it's like this lace thing to go over tank tops for spring, summer. Here is a boho skirt for me or consignment. I don't know if I'm a skirt person, but I don't know. I'm trying to switch it up. I also have a problem with jackets and coats. This is Tommy Bahama. This was actually I didn't find this exact style, but it was selling for, I think, $30. I could probably get around $30 for this, which surprised me.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a great condition. Woman's large, I believe, jacket. So it would be kind of oversized, but I just was like, oh, I might try that for something to sleep in that's warm, to add over pajamas. And got this kind of flannel thing to just put over stuff as well. No brand. This is actually a men's jacket, but I love it. And it's my favorite thing that I found for myself. So technically I did get a denim jacket. That was on my list. That's the one thing that was on my list that I got for myself. And I really like it. I like this style. And I think that maybe it was selling for $20 or less. It was pretty oversaturated. It's also H&M, divided by H&M. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. So those are the things for myself that I found. We didn't find anything for our friends that we were looking for, but we always keep an eye out.
Yeah, we tried. We found a couple of maternity things, but they weren't the right size.
Right.
So we had to put them back.
And this one, we just went. We didn't spend too much time looking everything up. We just kind of guessed and we're like, this should be good, this should be good. We looked some things up, and there are some things that we're just taking to consignment after seeing that they're not worth our time. I think this was was this our most
I think
weight that we got?
I think this was the most weight we're done, and it was 55 pounds. Yeah, and it was kind of not a great bins trip. I was not feeling. I've been having some issues the last couple of weeks with my neck, and it actually turns out it's my trapezius muscles in my back are spasming and locking up, and so it's been making me feel dizzy and off balance and just really tight and tense in my neck and upper shoulders area, and so that's been not great. And then we were at the bins, and I was just irritable because of that already. And then there was a lot of things that happened where I was just bummed. Like I'll show you one of the things we got, but
Do you want to show them?
actually
now
let's just do that.
Okay,
We'll do that story because
while we're on it.
pertains to what we're talking about. But it's like we weren't, the last time that we went to the bins.
The past few times have been like more draining, I think.
Yeah, and and then 2 times ago we found that Burberry thing, and that was freaking amazing. And then the last time we went wasn't as good, and then this time also wasn't as good. But then I found this.
Like when we got home, I was happy with everything we got actually after looking at everything. But yes.
Yes, and this normally would be an awesome find, and this.
It still might be.
This is a Pendleton blanket.
Pendleton wool plaid throw blanket.
Yeah, and I was like so excited.
That thing is, oh my goodness.
It needs to be lint rolled.
Yep, it's just all over.
It's kind of dusty.
So it's so funny because we were like sorting through stuff and I'm like, babe, this is very like hairy. It like will require a lot of work. There's holes, it's cut, we should discard it.
It's ripped.
But he was so bummed. And I was like, do you wanna get it to make you happier? And he was like, yeah. And so we got it. It's gonna be a lot of work for maybe not a lot of return. But I just did a quick comp for flawed Pendleton throw, and I found that some sold for around $45.
I think that's bigger than a throw.
Oh. Yeah, I think it might be. So.
It's more like a queen.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
It might be worth more than we think, even with its flaws.
Yeah, but I am not gonna try to get too much from it. I'm probably just.
But. Yeah. But anyways,
send it out.
The point of the story is I was so excited to find that, and then we realized later that it had rips and holes and stuff, and it just kind of took the wind out of my sails. Yeah,
that like really broke you. I was like, oh my gosh, like. Because your expectations were like pretty high.
And I forgot. I was in resell mode, and I had forgotten that we were actually there to find stuff more for ourselves and for our friends and stuff. And so I let that get to me too much, and I was just like kind of bummed because it's an ordeal to go over there. Like it's a 45-minute drive from where we live. Mm-hmm. So like we usually make a whole day thing out of it. And so if we do that whole trip and then it doesn't yield very well, it's kind of frustrating.
There's a lot more pressure because we drive over there pretty
gas
far
isn't
and stuff.
Gas is not cheap right now.
Yeah. And like when we got home, I sat down the front part of our house and Ryan was out getting cake for us because we were like, you know what, we're going to splurge. And so while he was out, I just finished doing all the comps and took screenshots on the floor there, and I realized, like, adding it up, there's a lot of value here for what we got. So, and yeah, it's fun. So yeah, we had a kind of a bad attitude leaving the bins. I think also you got The Office season 5 to add to our collection, and then we checked out and it was $5, and we were like, this is the bins. Like, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
But it was kind of too late.
That was just
we didn't want to be
annoying.
awkward about it, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like we looked it up later and like you could buy that on eBay for 40 cents more than at the bins. And so that was like, it felt like a fail. We felt a little bit defeated. There was a lot of stuff and we were like, oh my gosh, did we just get a bunch of crap? But yeah, looking everything over and looking at comps for the stuff we are going to sell and looking at stuff that we got for ourselves. It was good, and I was craving a bins experience because it's like entertainment for me. I get Disneyland level excitement sometimes going to the bins because it's just such a mystery and you're like, what are we gonna find? And so I really appreciate that you went even though you weren't feeling good. Yeah so the Pendleton blanket was his favorite find.
Yeah even though it's flawed.
Yeah, and I'll share my favorite find. I was going to share it for the end, but now that we're on this vein, I did find a designer item, and it's not as well known as like Burberry or Versace or Louis Vuitton or anything like that. but it is accepted at the Real, and it is Fabiana Filippi, made in Italy. And I don't know if you can see the tag.
Fabiana Felipe.
Filippi.
Really?
Filippi.
Oh.
With an I. And yeah, I was going through the bins and I saw the made in Italy. I felt the quality and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna look this up. And I saw one that was similar that sold for around 70, but comps were like, I don't know, they were kind of all over the place. They could be higher. Yeah, I was very excited about this because it's 75% merino wool. It's also got silk and cashmere in there as well. So it feels so soft. It's so beautiful. I was very excited about that. That was my favorite. All right.
How much does it sell for?
About 70.
Nice.
Yeah. So we can just kind of like grab bag it. The stuff over here is for consignment.
Why don't you just go through the consignment stuff?
Yeah. So this I picked up because this color green is really popular right now. We heard about that from Jack Valentine's channel. And it also has silk. I think it's a cotton silk blend. It's John Paul Richard. And I don't expect, if I sold this for myself, I don't think that I would get a lot for it. But I might do more research. I did some. I didn't find like anything exciting, but it's a very trendy color. It's the season and has silk. So I think I'm going to take this to the consignment shop and see how that goes. We also found some pants for consignment, 2 American Eagle pants. I picked these up. These are women's corduroy, high-rise raw hem, straight leg pants in a size 12. And I think they were selling for like 15 on Poshmark. I saw one comp. American Eagle does not do well for me. I love it myself, but it just doesn't perform super well. So I'm gonna take that and these men's pants to consignment. And I think these are probably sold for 20 or less, or 15, I'm not sure. But also we got Abercrombie & Fitch jeans. Man, we watched that. There's a new documentary on Netflix for the rise and fall of Abercrombie. Super interesting. Yeah, but we found a pair of these. They're men's jeans size 29 by 30. And they don't do super well online. So, consignment.
I wonder if that documentary is going to hurt Abercrombie again.
I know, that's interesting.
Because Abercrombie was starting to make a comeback this last year.
Yeah.
And now, but yeah, maybe people will be like, oh yeah.
I know, because if you watch the whole documentary all the way through, you'll see that they have made changes and they are more inclusive. But if you're just scrolling through Netflix and you're like, oh, the rise and fall of Abercrombie & Fitch, like, that's not good anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'll be interesting to see how that, like, if that declines it or helps it or what. I've sold some Abercrombie jackets for good money, like vintage Abercrombie stuff. So if you find that, especially in like coats, jackets, it's worth looking into.
I think it's interesting that the Abercrombie stuff that's valuable now on resale
vintage
is the Y2K stuff, which is the era where the problem was happening.
Right. Well, I think it has to do with people in our generation. There's a lot of people that couldn't afford Abercrombie & Fitch, and there was this just like elitist thing of like, oh, they have Abercrombie & Fitch and I don't. And now a lot of us have money to spend on whatever we want. And so I think there might be a little bit of like, yeah, I'm getting that Abercrombie & Fitch jacket that I never could afford.
Back in the day when I was in high school.
Yeah. I think there's kind of like maybe a proving oneself element.
That's interesting.
But it was a very big part of our high school years and that culture, and you saw that a lot. So it's nostalgic for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm so yawny. Oh my gosh.
Yawny.
I need more coffee. That's the only explanation.
Matcha. You need matcha.
No.
I picked this up for consignment because it's just perfect for the season. Good condition. It's a sleeveless maxi dress in a 2XL.
If your body is cranked half in
it's like
half,
contortion
dress.
Yeah. So this was selling online for like $6 or something. It's Merona, which is not a good brand to pick up.
That smells like the bins.
Well, I'm gonna wash it.
This particularly though has just like sopped up all of the bin smell.
Great.
That's stinky right now.
Okay.
It smells like cigarette smoke and like BO.
Wow.
Just saying. That's the reality of the bins.
I know.
You know what? I've noticed since mask mandates have been lifted.
You smell it.
Going to the bins is not as fun as it used to be because now I get to smell the bins.
Yeah.
More. The masks were nice because it was a nice just scent blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's been heating up a little more. So
that's true.
You get hot, smelly bins.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
I think I'll just keep wearing my mask at the bins.
Yeah. There's a lot of
that's a good reason to keep wearing a mask.
Yeah. So I got these. Oh, we did find linen, but oh my gosh, you're so like
abuse.
Surprise.
We did?
Yeah,
honestly,
this is linen, but it's like 3XL, and my friend is not 3XL. So no, it is 3XL. So it is this pair of, it's linen, cotton blends, black overalls.
Man.
And it's really hard to
those are like jet black.
Show this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's overalls, jumper situation. It's got some pockets, and yeah, I just threw this in because I was like, it's linen and it's overalls and it's plus size, so that's really good. I'm taking that straight to consignment though because that's gonna be hard to photograph because it's huge and it's larger and it is black, so it's harder to make that look good. I'm still learning that art, and I don't know. I think it might do better at consignment. And then also Levi's thick cotton shirt.
I didn't see like half of this stuff.
Yeah, see? I mean, I just I threw stuff in and we were kind of overwhelmed sorting through stuff. And so I just kind of was like, here's my maybe pile. I think it's going to be good. I looked some things up I didn't hear about before, but
I was kind of checked
more casual
out
with it. I know you were.
Yeah, I was just kind of done, and so I wasn't really paying that much attention anymore.
Yeah.
Guess it was better than I thought.
See? Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's the stuff that I'm for sure taking to consignment. Want to share these. Threw these in here because they made me happy. There's two of these Pirates of the Caribbean Disneyland handkerchiefs.
Children's handkerchief.
And yeah, they just made me happy. They're not worth anything online, so. What? Yeah, did I show you that?
No.
So this thing that Ryan is holding up is a Carhartt messenger bag.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it resells for about $20. And it still has this what looks like a new barb on it, but inside it looks like someone used it a little bit with notebook things. I don't know. So I have to clean it up, but
yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, here's another Carhartt. This is a Carhartt ripstop pattern, I guess, work shirt. It's vented. I wonder if this is a fishing shirt.
Oh. If it's vented, I will put fishing.
Dude, if this is fishing gear, that might be worth something, actually.
I looked this up.
I think I saw 30.
25, yeah.
25 to 30. Mm-hmm. This is it's got all the mesh stuff. This is definitely recreational.
Yeah.
Carhartt. But, it's Carhartt full swing. So maybe it's actually a work shirt, not fishing, but it is vented. 25 to 30 probably.
We love finding outdoor brands at the bins. And this is one that is more of an outdoor brand, but it's not an outdoor piece. It's Duluth Trading Company, and it's these really funky, like, pajama pants with screws, and they look like they have not been worn.
Yeah,
they are in
new.
excellent condition. They are white. They were at the bins, and I don't see any stains. Yeah, and I looked it up. It's not the same. I didn't find the same exact pattern, but PJ pants from Duluth Trading Company go for about $20. Yeah, they're so weird and, like, different.
These are a pair of Madewell pants. These are really heavy cotton or something. Mm-hmm. Size 23.
Very small.
Madewell pants. Mogi Beth would love these. That's a really tiny waist.
That is tiny.
But yeah, they're button fly, so that's cool and on trend. They look very nice for spring, striped.
I saw one of these sold on Mercari for $36. It's pretty, it looks like it's oversaturated online. They're the Emmett wide leg crop pants in stripe button front edition. Not sure if that's gonna be buy, sell, trade, but like, that was cool to find. Oh my gosh, these are really interesting. This was probably the first thing I picked up when we got there, and it's these We the Free People distressed, or like modified. I don't know if this is like someone did this themselves or they did. I think that the company themselves did, but I couldn't find the style. They have like these faces on them, and then the back pockets are painted white. And they're these black high-rise straight leg jeans in 26, size 26. So I saw one that was semi-similar going for, I believe, $35 on eBay, or sold for $35 on eBay. So this is also like unique.
Yeah.
So I could try to ask for more, do more research on that.
That feels like just straight up paint on
It
there.
does. So I don't know how much time I want to allot to like finding the exact style. I'll do a little bit more research, but even if I don't, these are so unique and interesting, and
They're weird.
they're super weird. Yeah. So this I like didn't realize that we got, because I was sorting through stuff and I'm like, I don't know if this is worth it, but I kept it in the cart, and so we had so much stuff and we got home, or yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't realize that I got this, but it should go for about $20 when I picked it up. I thought it was going to be more, but when I looked at the exact one, it might be more 20. It's from Third Love, and I picked this up because I saw on Jack Valentine's channel that Ryan picked up a bra from them, and I think the one that he found, he said should go for $30. So there you go, $20-ish.
I'll do this. We found another Duluth Trading Company item. That's a good... Duluth Trading is a Bolo brand, I think.
It does pretty well.
So these are a large pair of just regular blue jeans, but they're Duluth Trading Company. These are size 48, 30, so pretty big.
Maybe 20 for those, looking at comps.
Okay.
I saw one that sold for almost 30 with free shipping.
My back's hurting.
These are a pair of Eileen Fisher pants that I was like going through a bin towards the front, which is where people just discard things at the end when they're checking out and they're like, I don't really want this. And so I was like going through this bin and people kept throwing items in it as I'm like there, and I'm like, hello. But I wasn't mad about getting these. They're Eileen Fisher Tencel pants, which is that material that I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I really like. It doesn't pill. It's a great material, very cool. They're these high-rise, wide leg, kind of taupe gray brownish pants. And man, I did research when we got back, and I could not for the life of me figure out what these will sell for, because there's certain ones that are similar that sold for like 60 or more, but this I'm expecting probably 30 for. So I don't know, someone threw it back and I was happy to take that off their hands for it. Yeah.
My turn. We got a couple of just plaid button-up shirts here. This one is Wrangler. This looks like vintage Wrangler, though.
Yeah, it does. They're just like older.
Yeah, I think that vintage Wrangler stuff can do better.
I don't know. I haven't seen the data on it. However, I picked this up because I've heard that like rodeo Western snap button shirts from Wrangler can do okay. So I didn't really look it up when we were there. I got it home and I'm like, okay, it's probably gonna sell for $15. But my impression is that it might sell quickly. So we're gonna experiment with that.
Yes, and then this one is a Pendleton. Again, Pendleton is a great brand to find, usually.
Yes, and you want to do your research because they have some stuff. Like, it sounds exciting to find it, and it is exciting to find it, but it doesn't always go for, like, a lot. They're clothing pieces. They're wool items, plaid, Aztec, and or, like, the blankets do really well.
Especially the blankets, if they're intact.
Yeah.
They can go for a heck of a lot. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So that's a pretty cool find.
That one surprised me because I picked it up for the buy-sell trade, and I didn't really look up comps when I was at the bins, but then I looked it up when I got home. It looks like we can probably get either, like, there's different comps all throughout, but up to $35. And I was like, wow, that's encouraging. It's the time for it, It's the season. All right, I was really excited. I wonder how many times I've said that. Like, you mentioned one time, you're like, you say that you're excited about everything.
Yeah, her word is I'm excited, like, and my word is like, there's a decal on this. I always say decal. Maybe
we should get like, oh gosh, just like dolls of ourselves with like catchphrase. I'm excited. Is that your voice for me? I'm excited. I'm so excited. If you look at the decal on this. All right, but I genuinely was excited to find this because it's new with tags, Beholden from Anthropology. It's Anthropology's bridal line, which, man, like this probably retailed for $300-ish.
Did it get sewn?
This is the question. I picked this up as a gamble because I'm not sure if it was supposed to have straps and they got cut out or what. I couldn't really find the style for it, but I'm just going to disclose that in the listing. I am encouraged because I saw a similar item it sold for $250 on Poshmark. So
pre-owned?
No, new with tags, which this is.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think it would be a huge issue because
don't women often get a dress, don't cut the tag off, and then wear it and then give it away? Is that a common thing that happens?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna bring it back to the store after I'm done with the event.
Yeah, some people can do that, which is like lame.
Or is it smart?
Know. Well, yeah. It's up to you.
Well,
what you think about that.
If they put the tag on the inside of the dress, then you're not really stopping anybody from doing that because you can't see the tag. If it was like stapled to the shoulder, that's a different story.
I think that certain places have policies about like not returning items, especially wedding dresses.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That one seems new. It's new with tags, it appears. I'll just disclose the strap thing in the listing. I don't think that should be a huge issue because if you're doing like bridesmaids dresses for weddings, you're usually going to get some alterations. It's pretty common to like go to the place to like David's Bridal or wherever, or if you know someone to like put straps on if you want it or something. I don't know. So that's an experiment. We're going to see how it does, but I was happy to find it. This one was so fun to find. This is a vintage, pretty sure it's like 80s or 90s, probably 90s, RJ Stevens rayon like midi dress with shoulder pads, vintage.
That's like a...
It's floral.
Blessed be the fruit.
It is. Pockets, V-neck. I'm just like throwing in the words.
Chamberlain.
It's so beautiful
Florentine.
and stuff. And yeah. So I didn't find this.
Narcissist. What?
You keep interrupting me. I found a kind of similar one that sold for $30 on eBay. So we'll see how that one does. It's funky.
Hot water burn baby.
What?
I don't know. What do we got here?
Oh.
This is a Helly Hansen. This is really... It's got a lot of... It needs to be lint rolled real bad, but it's a Helly Hansen double XL men's... It's like a quarter zip sweater top. I kind of like that. I might try that on even
What
though
size is that?
it's a 2X.
Huh.
That would be big on me, but I want to try it. I like Helly
You can
Hansen.
try it.
I
I just sold a Helly
Hansen. Helly Hansen.
Helly Hansen.
We may be pronouncing
today.
that wrong, because Helly Hansen is
Oh, Hansen or something?
Hansen. Is it Norwegian? They're Scandinavian, either like Norwegian or Swedish or something. But yeah, they make outdoor gear and they make a lot of stuff for like skiing, snowboarding, and stuff. But this is actually a pretty cool
That's your style.
piece. It is my style. I might try this. It's the Pro Stretch.
Man, I'm searching for the comp that
For how much you can
I
get this
did,
for.
yeah.
Oh.
And I can't find it, but I think it was 20.
That's it?
No, maybe 25. It's not really the season for that kind of stuff.
'Tis not the season.
Or like, this just means that's the most recent like sold listing that I found.
Fleece line.
Fleece line. We could probably get 35 for that.
That's pretty cool.
I'm thinking.
But I'm
if
gonna
you
try
don't
it.
want it.
It's gonna be too big, but I'll try it anyways.
So this is a Columbia. Man, I try not to pick up Columbia because it just doesn't do well for me. But I want to see how it does at buy sell trade. However, this is a skirt that has ruching at the sides. It has some like schmutz on it, which is probably going to come off in the wash. I didn't see that before. Omni Shield, Advanced Repellency. So it actually surprised me. I was planning on just taking this to the consignment shop, but I got home and looked it up, and it looked like they were selling pretty consistently, which it makes sense. Tennis skirts do really well. And like ruching on the sides for athletic wear is really popular. Yeah, I looked and saw one sold for like 25, and yeah, like multiple ones were selling. So I think the sell-through rate on this particular item in Columbia is going to be a lot better than their other stuff. So I'm probably just going to list that myself.
Nice. This is a heavy wool button-down shirt.
Cotton.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It is cotton. That is heavy cotton. From Pacific Crest, which I don't know if that's really a special brand or anything, but it's cool because it's got like kind of that tribal pattern to it, and it's got like deers and stuff and elks. So I don't remember what the comps were on this.
I couldn't find an exact comp on that.
And
it may be one of a kind, but I picked it up because it's
of the
Aztec print.
I don't know if it's Aztec, but it's like kind
It's
of
like that southwestern.
Southwest tribal.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and deer.
And moose
I don't know.
and stuff. So, yeah, we picked
We'll
it
see
up
how
based
that
on
does.
style. This is probably going to be the best item of that haul, and it's actually Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, but it just happens to be a sought-after Nike. So these are a pair of Nike jogger sweatpants that are camo, and this is in good condition. I don't see any tears or rips or anything, and these were surprisingly valuable.
Yeah.
Probably because of the camo, I'm guessing, or something, because they don't seem like they're like anything real special.
Mm-hmm.
But I was seeing comps for like 60 pre-owned
Yeah.
for these, maybe more, like consistently. So
Right.
yeah, that's a pretty cool find.
Yeah. It feels really premium too.
And they're my size, but I will not take them. I will refrain.
We've kind of noticed in our experience that Nike SB, so Nike skateboard, and Nike like camo in Nike does pretty well.
This is just like normal, regular old Nike. It's not even any of the cool ones.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice when you're at the bins and like you're able to find like camo Nike, because people aren't like, it's not like they're like, oh, it's a Louis Vuitton, I'm going to snag that in the first round.
Yeah.
So it's like something that for us, we're like, oh, that's going to sell consistently really well. I sold a pair of Nike SB shorts, just camo shorts, for $35 in a few days of listing.
Nike camo bolo.
I guess.
Yeah.
In our personal experience, yeah.
Yeah.
So that one, there might be stuff that sells for more, but that one is pretty solid, and it's probably going to sell the quickest.
Yeah. So
very
if that
exciting.
sells, that'll pay for this whole trip.
And there you go.
Well, not quite,
Well.
but almost pay for that whole trip.
Well. So these are a pair of Allbirds, which I've never found for myself to pick up, but they are a Bolo brand.
You know what's funny?
What?
So Mogi Beth,
Oh, yeah, I
on
know.
her most recent video that she just released, was like, I don't pick up all birds anymore.
She said I think she mentioned at the thrift store, but not necessarily at the bins. Yeah, so this is a basic pair of Allbirds. I saw comps for I think 40 for these. And I'm just planning to list these on Poshmark because, oh, by the way, they're a size 9. But yeah, I'm just going to list them on Poshmark and Mercari because on eBay, they are one of those companies that they don't like resellers selling their stuff.
Are these made out of wool?
Yes. Yeah, they're made out of wool. They're wool sneakers.
That's interesting.
I know, right?
And different.
Yeah.
A little worn on the bottoms.
Yeah.
But
But not too bad.
But they're really clean.
They are very clean.
Never seen a wool shoe before.
Yeah, super interesting. So, yes, I will not be listing them on eBay because they come after resellers. They're known for that on eBay. So, yeah, Poshmark and Mercari, probably going to expect about 40. Also, found this pair of Sam Edelman boots. And these, along with the Allbirds, were just sitting in a bin with like hard goods. And when we went this time around, I didn't see any like shoe bins. It was just kind of like there were shoes dispersed with like clothes and hard goods.
Yeah, just kind of randomly around.
Yeah. And so I don't know if that was just like people putting them in there that were like, oh, I don't want these shoes anymore, or if they just mix them all in to the clothes too, which is surprising. Yeah, but these are some Sam Edelman tall boots. And I saw comps ranging on solds. I see one sold for 55, one sold for 29, 65, and over 100, 101.
Wow.
So it really depends on the seller, like what offer they are willing to accept, I believe. They're the Sam Edelman Woman's Penny 2 black leather wide calf riding boots. The ones that sold for over 100 were size 12, which is a larger, more rare size. These ones are a 7.5. So the ones that were 7.5 sold for like 55. The last ones, and you found these.
I did. I'll talk about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are a little bit beat up, but these are genuine leather, and it's from the brand Miss Caprezio boots. Caprezio or Caprezio. It turns out these are actually vintage. I believe they're from the 70s. And I was looking this up. They're made in the USA, and I'm seeing comps from anywhere from, that's not the right one. Anywhere from like 35 to 60.
Oh, I didn't see the 60 comp.
In the 30 to 60 range. So it's not bad for a pair of boots. They need a little bit of
Tender love and care.
TLC. So that was one of the other list items?
Yeah, technically.
Yep. No
Yeah.
Patagonia this time. That was sad.
Yeah, this was our haul. Thank you for
big
watching.
haul,
It was
yeah.
a big one. Yeah, we really appreciate you watching, and let us know what your favorite item was that we found, and maybe your favorite item that you found at the bins or thrifting or however you source. We're excited to talk about reselling. We're nerds about it. Like, it's so fun. So yeah, thank you so much again.
Thanks to all the new subscribers, because we'll inevitably have more by the
Hopefully.
time this video comes out. Yeah, our little channel is growing. We appreciate that. It's cool. What are we up to? We're like almost at 50 now.
Well, yeah, when this is released,
It'll probably be 50.
Oh, we're at 50 subscribers?
No, not.
Oh.
We're at like 45, I think.
45 subscribers?
I think so.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting. We're slowly but surely just chugging along.
Yeah. This little channel
is so fun.
slowly growing, and it's
Yeah.
cool. And we're enjoying doing this, so we'll keep doing it for as long as you guys keep watching it. Yeah. So thank you for all the subscribers and the likes and the commentary that's starting to happen. Yeah, we were hoping to get more comments going and start engaging with people, because like we like to talk about and nerd out about resell stuff and answer questions if you have any, and yeah, we want to be a resource. So
learn from you too.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So hit us up and chat about some stuff.
You liked this? Like it. And if you want to subscribe. And
And ring that bell notification icon to get alerted for when we drop new videos like this. We never said that one before.
Whoa.
The bell notification icon, notification bell
thing.
Smack that bell out.
Just
Punch it out.
so awkward.
Yeah. We're Nifty Thrifties. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.